Back to Cape Town now, which is clad in colourful outfits as they usher in the new year, where various Malay choir parades sing through the city streets in the traditional Nagtroep as the annual New Year's Eve festival in the Muddy City is underway. The Nagtroep precedes the annual Minstrels Carnival, which will be held on the 5th of January. Vanessa Poonah is there with them. Vanessa, earlier on, it was the Starlights group that was making its way through the streets of Boerkaap. Where in the program are they now?
With just under an hour to go until the clock strikes 12 and the end of 2025 and the start of a brand new year, the streets of Cape Town are alive to the sounds of marching bands taking place, part of the annual Cape Malay Choir street parade. And I'll step out of shot just now so that you can see this is the latest band making their way down Wales Street. They are Over Roses, and they're a band all the way from Hanover Park at the Cape Flats, from young to old. As you can see in front of us, little ones no older than 2 or 3 years old, I would think, participating in this annual parade. We've spoken to organizers, we've spoken to people that have lined the streets of the Boerkaap as well as here in Cape Town in Wales Street. This is, of course, where we're coming to you from right now. And many people have been saying that this Oudejaarsand, New Year's Eve, this annual street parade is a tradition that dates back to their grandfathers, grandparents, great-grandparents, and that they will not spend New Year's Eve in any other way than to come along, line the streets, and to participate in this age-old tradition which has its roots in the time at the Cape. Of course, what has happened over time is they're bringing in young people so that they also can learn the skill and the art of playing in these brass bands, but also to participate in the culture as well as the heritage of the people who descended from the slaves brought to the Cape from Java, from Madagascar, from Indonesia. And this, of course, is what we see taking place on the streets of Cape Town each and every single New Year's Eve, with just a few minutes to go until the clock strikes 12. These are the sights and the sounds that you can see if you are in Cape Town. What we're showing you right now is, of course, the hundreds of people that are lining the streets, Wales Street at the moment. I'm going to try and walk over to some of them just to ask them how their experience has been so far. So we'll just hang 10 for a second while we'll bring you back to the marching band just now. Good afternoon, good evening to you, sir. You've seen quite a number of bands coming through. What do you make of this annual Cape Malay Choir?
It's about the culture, college, and every year is giving all this, how you saying about this bands. So tomorrow it's Klopse. So after this is going to the houses around, to all this color area around to.
So there's nowhere you'd rather be right now?
At the moment it's here in Cape Town now, yeah. So after that he's going home.
Thank you so much. Let me bring you back to some of the sights and sounds that we can see of the marching band, the Hanover Roses, of course. They are making their way down Wales Street at the moment. That's their logo over there, as you can see. Let me speak to somebody, sir. You from the Hanover Roses. How long have you been doing this?
Since 1989.
1999. What do you love most about being part of this Malay Choir?
Everything, this music, the fun, the bands, it's in your blood.
As you've heard it there from one of the older members saying it's in the blood. And I'll step on a shot right now so you can have a look-see to the fantastic sights and sounds happening in Cape Town, in the Mother City at the moment, as the clock moves steadily towards 12 o'clock at midnight.